What's up, Facebook? We are live. It's me, Drew, and today we're talking about something a little bit different. Usually we talk about keto or health and fitness, and actually we are talking about health, but we're talking about sexual health. So if you guys want to join me, if you guys are brave enough to join me for this conversation, I would love for you guys to join me so that we all can talk about this together. So if you guys are on, say hello, say what's up. You should have received a notification if you turn on your notifications, just like this one that I got, that Fit is live now, and we're talking about sexual health. So what's up, you guys? If you guys are brave enough to join me for this conversation, I would love it. So come on in, say hi, get comfy, ask your questions, and we'll get started in a little bit. What's up, Lori Schaefer, Mimi Smith, Peggy Hall? Thank you guys for joining me. Peggy, sorry you missed me the last couple times. If anyone is on live during this, feel free to ask your questions, and we're going to be talking about sexual health, which is honestly just as important as physical health, right? Obviously sex is a taboo topic for some of us, especially depending on what generation you're from or what culture you come from. But honestly, it's one of the most important things for any human, right? And so we're going to be talking a little bit about sexual health, specifically for men, but also that affects women too. And so we're going to be talking about that. So I know a lot of you guys are curious of what I'm going to talk about. I put a link above for a free downloadable book. So, and I'll explain what it all is in a second. I know you guys have a lot of questions. You guys are curious what's Drew going to be talking about sexual health. But honestly, sexual health, like I said, is just as important as any other health: physical health, mental health, emotional health. It actually plays a factor in those pillars as well, because it's hard to be happy in this life if your sex life isn't, if you're not happy with your sex life, right? And so I'm going to be talking to you guys about this company called GAINSWave. They are the ones who are giving away this free downloadable ebook. If you click on it, it's a free download. There's no cost to it, but I'll be explaining what it is, because it's not pills, it's not injections, there's no needles, there's no pills that you have to take, there's no prescriptions or anything like that. For me, it's about, when it comes to physical health, right? Working out, eating clean, eating healthy is important for our physical health. Well, for sexual health, there's things you can do to also maintain that performance levels that most men want. So yes, guys, we're talking about sex tonight. And so if you guys are comfortable, come join me. Let's talk about it together. It's not that big of a deal. Yes, definitely a very interesting topic, but why not? Why don't we talk about these things, right? My generation, my parents' generation, this is obviously taboo stuff, but I think the more we talk about it, the better it is for us, because the less awkward it is, the less weird it is, and the more information that we can learn about how to live a life with a good sex life. And so GAINSWave, which is GAINSWAVE, if you click on the link above, they have a free ebook. It's available for everyone. It's free download. You just click on the link, download the free ebook. Morgan says, I think you have more women on here because they saw the word sex and you going live. We're just talking. I said we're talking about sexual health. We're not actually showing you guys anything. You guys are so funny. I love it. But yes, if you guys do have keto Viagra, you guys are cracking me up. This is so funny. Yes, some of these comments are just cracking me up. You guys are hilarious. I'm glad that we can talk about this together. But anyways, getting back to what I was saying, when it comes to our sexual health, it's really important to stay on top of the game rather than just relying on some type of prescription that has a lot of side effects, and can do more damage than good in the long term, especially. So, we all go to the doctor as well every year for checkups, hopefully, right? Hopefully you guys go to the doctor for regular checkups. And we're supposed to visit a dentist every 6 months, right? To make sure everything's on the up and up and things are going well. But how often do guys specifically go to the doctor and get their, packages tuned up? And I'm sure a lot of us guys probably don't do that. I didn't. So I first heard about this company called GAINSWave that uses acoustic wave therapy. And you might want to, rewind this, listen to it a couple times to understand what it is. I've done a podcast about it before. I learned about it from Ben Greenfield, who did a podcast about this acoustic wave therapy that they use this technology down there on the men's package, and basically what happens in a nutshell is microplaque builds up, right, over time, right? The older, as men get older, right, in their 30s, 40s, 50s, these microplaques kind of build up, even in the healthiest of men, and within the blood vessels that give our, our boys, right, our guys, the blood flow that's required for performance, right? So obviously more blood flow equals better performance at the bit. You guys know all this. I don't need to give you guys an anatomy lesson here. But what you want to do is think of these vessels like a little tunnel of water, right? And every day you're filling it with a little cement until no more water can flow through. So like over time, the microplaques build up and build up and build up, and they cause, they restrict the blood flow, and that's why some men suffer from erectile dysfunction. And so that's kind of what happens in a nutshell. So GAINSWave is a way to hack that problem that a lot of men have. And what it is in a nutshell is acoustic wave therapy. It's like this gun-shaped thing, and it kind of makes this loud kind of smacking noise. It's not super painful, but it's also not pleasant either. It's about 20 minutes where they take this gun and they kind of, the person that is doing it, I can't remember the name of the person that is in charge of it, but there's someone that's qualified, that's certified, that moves it back and forth all up and down the penis, and it breaks up the microplaque. And within 20 minutes, it allows for greater blood flow, and that lasts a long period of time. So there's no needles, there's no injections, there's no blue pills, or there's no prescriptions that you need to take. It's basically something you do once every maybe month or 2 or 3 months, depending on how well you're performing. And just like you would go to the dentist for a checkup, it's the same kind of method for men with this GAINSWave technology. And there's all kinds of doctors in all over the US that do this kind of technology that you can go in. I'm not sure how much it is, but if you click on the link above, it should tell you. And basically what it does is it not only removes the microplaque, but it also promotes the growth of new blood vessels, right? Which allows for more blood flow, which is a bonus as well. So there's a cool biohacking ebook from GAINSWave that they created that you guys can get your hands on to learn. And it's, like I said, it's absolutely free, right? You can see people's success stories and testimonials, and the clinical research behind it. Obviously, this isn't some made-up thing. There is clinical research that's done on this type of technology to prove that it works. And I'm not just talking to you guys about this because, right? This stuff actually does work, right? I've actually used it myself, and I can testify to the results from doing it even just one time, right? It takes 20 minutes. They do usually give you some numbing cream. So just FYI, it's because it is a little bit unpleasant. It's not super painful, but it's just unpleasant, right? Anything down there, super sensitive, right? You guys know how it is. So anyways, I thought I'd do something different on this Facebook Live and talk about sexual health for the first time on a Facebook Live. I've talked about it on a podcast before, but I mean, hopefully it isn't too weird or awkward for you guys. I think all the men listening or all the women listening, this is something for your men. If you're with a guy, to kind of say, hey, if you're struggling, maybe instead of pills, maybe try this. And that way, it's totally safe. And it's a great alternative to what's available out there with things like, a Viagra and stuff like that. But go check it out, you guys. Don't listen to me anymore about this, because I know that it can be awkward for some of you talking about sexual health. But go check out the ebook above and see if it's something you're interested in, or if you have a guy in your life that is struggling a little bit. Check this out. It's an alternative to the traditional stuff that's out there that isn't always the safest or the healthiest for you long term. But worst case scenario, you guys, sexual health is really, really important, right? And a lot of it ties back to exercise, lifestyle, nutrition, the foods you're eating. And so rather than just taking a pill and not changing your lifestyle, try changing your lifestyle first to see if that helps you with performance. But this is something that is kind of like a regular checkup, kind of like a maintenance thing to do, not every day, right? It's not something you need to take every day or do every day. Maybe talk to your doctor, the doctor that's going to be performing it, and say, hey, is this something I do once a month, once every other month? it's very individual. But check it out, you guys, if you want better sexual performance in the bedroom. And like I said, I'll talk about this all the time. I think it's really, really important as well to talk about this every once in a while so that you guys have an edge out there when it comes to options, right? It's all about options that can help you with better performance, and some options are healthier than others, and this is something that's new for a lot of men that don't know about it. I've had guys reach out to me saying, thanks for talking about that. I learned about that from you. It's changed my life. It's changed, my sex life. And so, at the end of the day, we all want better sex. I don't know one person that doesn't want better sex in this world. If you guys can name someone that doesn't want better sex, then, I don't know if that person even exists. But yes, it does work, and yes, I've tried it. Will this make my man long? That's a good question. Maybe I don't know if that is if that's tied to this, but that's something you can talk to the doctor about. There was a test at the end to see if we all listened to Drew. That's hilarious. Let's see. Pain level. With the numbing cream, it's not painful at all. It's not, like I said, it's not painful. It's just unpleasant. It's like a it's like a little flick, over and over and over again, all up and down, the whole thing. So is it safe for diabetics? Yes, it should be, but talk to your doctor before. The doctor that, all these facilities that do this are from doctors, right? Has it made it to Canada? That's a good question. I do not know. Let's see what else. You don't need that type of negativity in your life. You guys are so funny. But anyways, hopefully this was helpful. Tag someone that you guys think might need this. I won't talk about this too much longer because I can tell you guys want to talk about other things. We'll talk about other stuff later on. But hey, next time we talk about sex, I'll let you guys kind of ask the questions. But it's an important topic nonetheless. Appreciate you guys. Head out to California today, by the way. I'll be at Metabolic Health Summit this week. Got a few support for you guys, so stay tuned. A lot of good things coming up this week. Meeting a lot of cool people. So stay tuned for that, you guys, and we'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night, and we'll see you guys soon.